The homeless situation is probably one of my top priorities going into the city commission.
St. Augustine City Councilwoman Cynthia Garris says business owners are frustrated by the rising number of people experiencing homelessness. She tells St. Augustine's local morning news.
There was a lot of concerns about the benches and people camping out in front of their stores where people wouldn't feel safe coming past them to get inside their stores. So we used to play Russian roulette with the benches trying to move them.
Garris has experience helping the homeless.
When I lived up north, I was involved with a program called Feed a Friend. And what that basically meant, we fed the homeless every morning breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And then we would empower them with canned goods that they can open without a can opener to have something to eat at night. So we didn't have any of that begging, and we didn't have homeless all over the place. I don't know where those individuals went, but I would do referrals and get them the help that they need so that they can get off the streets.
But she says the city can't police its way out of the problem.
The police cannot house the homeless. They cannot arrest them and put them in jail, because now we're putting them in a facility where there's somebody that's committing crimes can't go in because we'll be overstaffed in the jails.
Instead, she wants to see less talk and more action.
I don't think any resident that lives in St. Johns County should be homeless. We got to stop just talking among ourselves about the homeless and actually putting in the work. We all could do a little bit better. If we all did a little bit better, then there would be a wave of better things happening in our community. And that is what my initiative is, to make everybody be better and more accountable so that we can get these homeless people that want to be housed in proper homes.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Florida's 6th District Congressman weighs in on the controversy over the Chinese-owned app TikTok.
Representative Michael Waltz says the app is collecting data on 100 million Americans.
I don't know how old the parent is, but we would no more allow Soviet Russia to have a propaganda platform and collect data on 100 million Americans back in the 60s and 70s, nor should we allow the Chinese Communist Party that multiple administrations, Republican and Democrat, have said is our number one adversary. And then the other reason, and this is hard to explain to kids, but they now have a vehicle and a platform where they can talk to and know where, say, all of our pilots are located or all of our railroad engineers are located, or at least a large percentage.
And it's not just TikTok.
I also just exposed and have a letter over to the Pentagon asking about Chinese private equity buying up private schools and military schools and programs with junior ROTC programs as well, on top of the Confucius Institutes in our colleges. They just recently tried to buy Forbes so that they can influence how we think about capitalism and our markets. Fortunately, we were able to stop that. So we have to just appreciate, and I hope this balloon is a bit of a Sputnik moment wake-up call, that we are under an avalanche of Chinese state-sponsored espionage and influence operations.
For St. Augustine's local morning news, I'm Rich Petchke.
Liz Ryan was at the Villano Street Market Saturday and caught up with Carrie Chowski, a feline canopy of care. She explained where their cats come from and what happens next.
Our cats come from all over the community, so if someone finds a kitten, like we just got one today that someone brought us that they found in their yard, or if people have a cat that they haven't gotten spayed and has kittens, and then they go into foster care, they get all their vaccines for their first year, spay and neuter, microchip, and then after that they will stay in foster care until either they get adopted or they go to the Witty Whisker Cat Cafe.
How many cats have you found homes for?
This year so far we've adopted 50 cats, and most of those straight out of foster care. Because we have cats that are very social because they've been kept in our homes, they tend to get adopted pretty quickly because people are looking for a cat that can be a pet right away. We're really firm believers in rescuing cats and not euthanizing and controlling the cat population through trap, neuter, return. But the vast majority of what we do is rescuing strays and trying to find them homes, and if not, then we can release them back into their cat colony or finding a sanctuary or some other location.
If someone hears this and wants to adopt a cat, what do they do?
You can go to our website, which is fcocinc.org, or they can go to the Witty Whisker Cat Cafe here in St. Augustine, and all of the cats in there are adoptable. We have about 18 to 20 cats there, and we have another 60 cats, I believe, that are currently available in foster care.
And you have something really exciting coming up this weekend, right?
We're going to be at the Solomon Calhoun Center with the cat show. We'll have some adoptable cats and kittens with us, but we have a couple of our rescuers showing their foster cats, so we'll be in the show also.
Thanks, Carrie. For St. Augustine's local morning news, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's local morning news. I'm Rich Carroll.